Getting older is having like mental categories for which foods are yummy and which foods are like icky adult healthy food. And then one day, like out of circumstance, you try something that you think is going to be icky healthy food and it's actually really tasty. And then you're like, oh, wait, I could just eat a lot of this and that would like massively improve my health. And that's part of growing up, you know? It's the point where you're like for me, like lentils, ginger, cauliflower, there's a bunch of stuff, you know? And it's like, oh, wait, this is actually delicious. Beans? Well, I would hope that even when you're a kid, beans are still tasty. Like, beans are pretty difficult to object to, I think, you know? I honestly hate beans. Racist against Mexicans. Cauliflower is still disgusting. Fucking hangnail, man. Cauliflower is amazing. What are you on? It's kind of wild how varied people's culinary tastes are, you know? Everyone has some foods they just don't like. It's just a preference thing. You know, you have to get around that. I think it's okay for people to be picky eaters. You just don't want to be so much of a picky eater that it like negatively impacts your life. Like you have to be able to get your macros and your vitamins and your such and such. You've got to have like a fruit or a vegetable you're fine with, and you need to have enough of a diversity in what you can eat that you're not constantly beholden to like frozen meals or whatever. But as long as you can meet that, I think you're okay. And it's like better to be more permissive with what you eat. But obviously, you've cleared the bar, right? I just take issue with people who refuse to ever try anything new. Yeah, I agree. You should always be willing to try new stuff. People in chat don't seem to like celery. Unfortunately, no amount of growing up will ever make me like cilantro. Is it like an urban legend, or is it true that there is a gene you can have that makes cilantro taste like soap? Or am I thinking of a different thing? It is true. That is true. Okay, I like cilantro. That's wild. I don't even know what soap tastes like. I mean, I guess different soap would taste like different. I don't even know what that like. I can't even imagine that tastes like soap. I don't know what that. Very bitter. You had good parents then. I mean, I watched A Christmas Story growing up. It tastes bad. I got that impression from A Christmas Story. You are autistic and you're telling me you've never tasted soap? Is that like an autistic moment? Like you have autism and you're like, now that I'm done playing with my Bionicle collection, I'm going to go like tilt my head back, open my mouth, and dump an entire bottle of hand soap into my mouth and then swish it around. What are you doing? Is that part of the cultural like, is that a moment? It's bar soap, don't be silly. Yes, I had a lot of fun with my Bionicles. Like with a... You've never licked a bar of soap? Maybe I should stop calling myself autistic. Sometimes you guys are gonna get me in trouble. I'm gonna be like, yeah, you know, I've got autism, and they're like, oh, damn, really? When did you first eat your own shit? I didn't know that was a requirement. Bro thought he was on the team. Me getting kicked out of the autism club for never having, you know, for not having been like embarrassing enough, basically. That's okay. I don't know, maybe I tried soap when I was like 4 or 5. I just don't remember doing it. This is you right now. This is me every day. I turn my OBS on. This is my life streaming. Bar soap has never gotten in your mouth on accident, just in the shower. I don't use bar soap in the shower. I use body wash. And even then, no, it doesn't go in my mouth. You know why I don't use bar soap? Because it's annoying to use if you're hairy. Because you lather your hands, and then you wash your body, and then you like go back to lather more, and it's like, oh, now there's hair on the bar soap. And I'm not gonna leave that shit there for my family or roommates or whatever. Now I have to like wash the soap, and I'm like losing more soap to it being under the water than I am to lathering it to wash myself with. You're supposed to use a washcloth? Yeah, but then it's just one step removed, where you wash yourself with a washcloth, but then you lather the washcloth with the bar soap, and you don't scrub your body with a bar? No, I know that, but there's still an intermediary of contact. The only way to avoid that would be like, okay, I'm gonna clean myself. Lather the soap in my hand, apply the soapy hand to the washcloth, wash myself, set the washcloth down, grab the bar soap, lather with my hand, apply to the washcloth, pick up the washcloth. Like, I'm just going to use body wash and a loofah. Thank you. Why don't you just rub the bar in your skin? Day one of using bar soap. I crammed the entire bar straight up my asshole. It just slipped right in. I was just cleaning my entire body with the bar soap, and it just slipped right in. Liquid soap gets in your mouth easier. I'm really sorry. This is just not an element of my life that I struggle with. Maybe for you, it's difficult to not get soap in your mouth. I have been showering every day for 30 years, and I find it difficult. This is like the average person eats 8 spiders a year, copy pasta, fake story, except, well, yeah, no, the average autistic individual swallows like 4 kilograms of soap every year. It's just a Vaush chatter that is the anomaly. We would like to issue a correction to the publication stating the average autistic swallows 4 kilograms of bar soap. VGG's bar soap slut, who consumes 10,000 kilograms of bar soap a year, is an outlier and should not have been counted towards the average. This guy doesn't soap his beard. Please don't soap your beard. You can shampoo it sometimes. Like, soaping your beard seems like a recipe for having like a dry, springy... It's not the same as your head hair. Also, it's hair. You would use shampoo, not soap. Some people get oily beard hair. Yeah, like you use shampoo. What's the difference between soap and shampoo? Well, use body wash for your hair for a few days and... I don't know. Vaush, your Discord mods have stopped checking mod mail and are not looking at ban appeals. I've been trying after being banned for, quote, unquote, trauma dumping. Nothing like talking about offing myself or anything. I've tried 3 times now and admitted it was my fault. It's been ages since I was banned. Why won't they even give me a chance? You know, my first rule for people getting banned in my communities is that if it ever gets brought to my attention, I assume... Well, you are technically trauma dumping on me right now, to be clear. But my assumption is if you bring it to my attention, you're in the wrong. Because it's like a little bit psycho shit, if that makes sense. I don't manage my Discord, so I don't really have anything to say on like the process of... I mean, Posadas John does, and he's often here. So you might want to try talking to him. I'm not really sure. I also do. Do you spell Flavor? Flavor also does. But usually when I hear stuff like this, in reality, they got banned for a great reason, and they've just been rejected, and they're just like spamming. I miss my friends. No. I understand that. I understand that. I know. I take seriously the gravitas of like an online community with people that you relate to. I'm just saying that from my perspective, I hate you because now it's my problem too. Well, I'm divesting myself from this subject now that you've been connected with the appropriate individuals. Don't be mean. I'm not being mean. I think I'm pretty nice with these situations for the most part, like generally speaking, because I know what it feels like to be ostracized from online communities where you considered yourself like, you know, a component to them. You know, they hated me for being gay, autistic, and a gamer. What can I say? So with that in mind, hold on, it's fucking cold in here. With that in mind, I try to take the subject seriously. It's just oftentimes when people bring stuff to your attention, they're in the wrong, and I don't want to do the, you know, the due diligence on having to research, like, the appropriate... I provide mental health counseling to everyone in my streams, Big Turkey the Stinky. Okay. Who provides you your mental health care? I simply do it myself. I lay down on the couch, and I whine about my problems, and then I sit up in the chair next to it. And I apply the dialectic, and I resolve the problem myself. You guys need someone else's help, you know, because you're not built like me. Well, I'm procrastinating right now. I'm procrastinating on doing the actual segment. Why are you going to do the segment if you don't want to? Sounds unlike you. Well, I guess it's just, you know, I've been meaning to do it for a little while. We got to do it. I thought we were going to game tonight. You know, you think... Sometimes you think too much and sometimes you think too little. Yeah, you know people like that? People who think too much often themselves think too little as well. in the right moments. You know, very selective neuroses. You need to generalize.